So this is my final project for the class. I named the website Tracked, and it's the first option out of the project submission options, the IP geolocation one. Um, so the idea behind the website is to sell VPN software. I didn't want to just leave it as is with a IP geolocation website that loads up a map for you and makes you log in. I purposed it to sell VPN software so that it kind of works with the project um, requirements. And so the way the website functions is on the front page, it asks the client if they know they're being tracked, and it provides them with two options. They can either disable tracking or they can find out now and see whether or not they're being tracked. Um, and by clicking disable tracking, it'll just redirect them to purchase VPN software. But by clicking find out now, it'll require them to sign up with an email before they can find out. And doing so loads their email into our database. And so I had that hooked up with MongoDB, and with their email we can send them some spam, I guess. Um, and then once they've clicked find out now and it loads up their location, it provides them a map and it tells them which city they're in and that they're being tracked. It'll tell them to also consider purchasing the VPN software in order to disable tracking. Um, yeah, and that's the premise behind the website. That's all. So now we can move forward to actually looking at the website. So this is what the front page of the website looks like. Uh, it asks the user, is your location being tracked? And the user can find out now, or they can disable tracking. I can control click on this to open it up in a new tab. And what it does is it redirects the user to ExpressVPN so they can go ahead and purchase that to disable tracking on them. Alternatively, they can press find out now to actually see if they're being tracked. And when I click that, it'll redirect me to the app, but unfortunately I'm not logged in yet, and it says I can sign up in just a few seconds to find out if I'm being tracked. So I press OK, and it'll take me to the register page. This is the same as just going up to the nav bar and hitting sign up. I can create a new account here, and there is some logic that is used here. So for example, if I don't put in a valid email address, it'll give me an error. And if I press submit, it says please provide a valid email address. So I need that at something.com to make it work. And that worked. So we registered admin, and it's going to redirect me to the login page, so I can press OK on the alert. And here I am at the login page. I'm going to log in. And these passwords, they're actually encrypted. So I used bcrypt to hash them, and they're stored on MongoDB. So if I refresh the MongoDB compass, you'll see that the user admin was created, admin@admin.com is the email, and the password is hashed, so we're unable to see it. I can go ahead and submit that to log in. And now when I press submit, it'll load up the actual app. And it tells me your IP address shows that your location is within the city of Brampton, and this is true. So it also tells me if this is correct, that I should consider using ExpressVPN to disable tracking on my location. I can play around with the map and zoom in on the actual point. It is a little bit off, but I'm sure IP-based geolocation isn't the most accurate. Some other options I have are to access my profile. The disable tracking button is up there to redirect the user to ExpressVPN, and I can also log out. If I go back to the actual front page there, you can see that when I press login, what it does is it first authenticates the user and it sees if the user is already logged in. And it just saw that I am logged in, so it redirected me to the app instead of actually taking me to the login page. If I was to press log out and do that, it would just take me to the login page. The same thing happens when you press my profile and you go into change password or delete account. It'll authenticate the user to make sure the user is still logged in before it allows you to access those pages. And it does this with a JWT and yeah, it it stores the token on the session storage, and so if the tab is closed and reopened, that'll also automatically log the user out. So yeah, they can change the password here, and uh, this runs through bcrypt again, so it's always encrypted. It doesn't ask for the old password, but you do have to make sure that your new password is matching the confirmation. And so I'll put in a new password, and I'll write password. Oh. And I can submit that, and it says success, and so I've changed my password. That's all. I can also delete this account, and what that does is it'll take me here and it'll ask me if I'm sure, and yes, I am sure. And so it says, sorry to see you go, your account has been deleted. And I'm back here at the home page. You can see when I press login, it doesn't redirect me to the app. It takes me directly to the login page. I can also open MongoDB Compass and refresh here, and you'll see that user that we created is gone. I can still log in as a previous user. Let me see if I remember the password. Oh, so yeah, that's an incorrect password combination. That's also incorrect. Okay, there we go. And I can log in as a different user, just like that. And we have the same options available. I can also just log out here, and this will delete the session storage and that token. So now we are no longer logged in. That's all.